Greetings, mighty Peacock's army. It's time to explode with emotion. How are those hearts pounding in this historic moment, my Elland Road warriors? Buckle up, because today we're talking about resurrection, redemption, and rebirth. Three words that perfectly define what we've witnessed over these past few months. Can you picture the scene? Final seconds of a decisive match. An entire nation of supporters with hands clutching their heads, the manager on the verge of a nervous breakdown, and then, kaboom! That final gasp. That last-ditch effort that changes everything. From despair to glory in mere seconds. Sounds like a movie scene, but it happened in real life. The atmosphere at Elland Road was electric. Thousands of voices unified in a deafening roar. Scarves waving frantically in the air. Grown men and women in tears as decades of frustration evaporated in an instant. The faithful who've stood by this club through thick and thin, through relegation heartbreak and championship struggles, finally rewarded with a moment of pure footballing ecstasy. And don't think we're just talking about one game, my friends. We're talking about an entire season that culminated in this spectacular moment. A story of determination, grit, and overcoming adversity after enduring 2 painful years in the lower divisions. From the opening day victory that set the tone to the mid-season winning streak that had the rest of the championship trembling in fear, this campaign has been a masterclass in resilience. Remember those dark days after relegation? The exodus of star players? The financial uncertainty? They said we'd never bounce back. They said Leeds United were finished as a top-flight force. Well, who's laughing now? This is more than just promotion, my friends. This is about reclaiming our rightful place among England's elite. This is about showing the football world that Leeds United are a sleeping giant no more. If you're vibrating with this energy, smash that like button right now, comment what you felt during that magical moment, and subscribe to the channel to never miss any updates about our glorious club. But don't settle in just yet, because the roller coaster isn't stopping. The summer transfer window is approaching fast, and sources inside the club are whispering about massive moves that could transform our Premier League prospects. Now, brace yourselves for a bombshell revelation from inside the club. A new hero is about to completely change the destiny of the Peacocks in the coming weeks. A signing that will send shockwaves through the Premier League and have rival fans green with envy. The hero has a name, my friends. Manor Solomon, the Israeli magician, the man of the moment, the savior who secured our championship title with that screamer in stoppage time against Plymouth. Those who were there will never forget. It was him. In the dying seconds, with the scoreboard reading 1-1 and the trophy slipping into Burnley's hands, it was Solomon who received the ball from Wilfred Nanto, cut inside from the left the defender for dead, and blasted it into the far corner. Elland Road erupted. All of Leeds exploded. 2-1 on the scoreboard, and the title is ours. The scenes that followed were incredible. Players sprinting toward the corner flag, fans pouring their hearts out in celebration. Daniel Farke pumping his fists wildly on the touchline. The stuff of legends. This wasn't just a goal. This was a moment that will be etched in Leeds United folklore for generations to come. Let's talk about the man himself for a moment. Manor Solomon arrived at Leeds as something of an unknown quantity. Loaned from Tottenham at the start of the season after struggling for game time in North London, many questioned whether he had the quality to make an impact in our promotion push. Those doubters have been silenced emphatically. 10 goals and 12 assists in all competitions tell only half the story. It's been his ability to produce magic in the most crucial moments that has endeared him to the Elland Road faithful. That brace against Swansea in November, the stunning free kick against Sheffield United in February, and now the title-clinching strike against Plymouth. The man is simply clutch. But the impact of this superstar goes far beyond that historic goal, my friends. On loan from Tottenham since the beginning of the season, Solomon has made it crystal clear that he wants to stay in Leeds, that he feels at home here, and wants to be part of this ambitious project to establish ourselves in the Premier League. And the news that no one is reporting is that talks between Leeds and Spurs have already begun. According to sources close to the club, Spurs would be willing to negotiate Solomon's transfer for a fee between $15–20 million. An absolute bargain for a player who has proven he can deliver in the most important moments. And here's an exclusive information. The player has already given his blessing for a permanent transfer. Imagine this superstar tearing Premier League defenses apart in our shirt. The transfer negotiations are reportedly at an advanced stage, with Tottenham chairman Daniel Levy, notoriously one of the toughest negotiators in football, said to be surprisingly receptive to Leeds' approach. This could be down to Solomon's clear desire to continue his career at Elland Road, having publicly stated, "I feel at home here. From day one, the fans, the staff, the players, everyone has believed in me." What makes this potential deal even more exciting is how Solomon would fit into our Premier League plans. His experience at the highest level, with both Fulham and Tottenham, means he's no stranger to top-flight football. His ability to operate on either wing gives Fark tactical flexibility, and his connection with fellow attackers like Nanto and Pirot has already shown promising signs. And there's more, my friends. The permanent arrival of Solomon could be the first step in a revolution that's coming. Because our manager, the German mastermind Daniel Fark, already has a strategic plan to ensure our stay in the elite. And that leads us to the next bombshell that's about to explode. The restructuring work has already begun behind the scenes, my Peacock Nation. And who's in charge of the operation? None other than 49ers Enterprises, now hunting for big names to strengthen the squad. Don't be surprised if in the coming weeks they announce 2 world-class fullbacks. Sources inside the club reveal that the priority targets are Kyle Walker-Peters from Southampton and Sergio Reguilón from Tottenham. Yes, you read that correctly. 2 fullbacks with vast Premier League experience who will be free agents at the end of the season. This would represent a massive upgrade to our defensive options. Imagine Walker-Peters bombing down our right flank, combining his defensive solidity with those penetrating overlapping runs that made him one of Southampton's standout performers, even during their difficult season. The former Tottenham Academy graduate has developed into one of the most reliable right-backs in English football, comfortable in possession and tenacious in the tackle. And on the opposite side, Reguilón would bring that perfect blend of Spanish technical ability and Premier League experience. After spells at Manchester United and Brentford, the former Real Madrid man could finally find his best football under Fark's guidance. His crosses from the left would provide a perfect supply line for our attackers, while his pace helps him recover defensively, crucial for the step up to Premier League intensity. These potential signings demonstrate the smart strategy being employed by the Leeds hierarchy. Rather than splashing cash recklessly, a trap many promoted clubs fall into, they're identifying proven Premier League quality that can be acquired without breaking the bank. Free transfers for players of this caliber would represent incredible business. The Leeds board understands that they don't need to spend fortunes to build a competitive squad. With strategic and targeted signings, the club can establish itself in the Premier League without compromising its finances. And the best part, Parag Marathe, Leeds chairman, has already publicly guaranteed Daniel Fark's continuation as manager for next season. This continuity in leadership will be fundamental to the club's ambitions. The German tactician has proven his Premier League credentials before with Norwich. And while those stints ultimately ended in relegation, the experience gained will be invaluable. Fark has evolved as a coach since then, adding defensive solidity to his trademark attacking flair, as evidenced by Leeds' impressive goal difference this season. But these defensive reinforcements are just the beginning. Leeds' recruitment team, led by Director of Football Victor Orta, has been scouring the globe for talent that can elevate the squad to new heights. Multiple sources confirm that alongside the fullback positions, strengthening the central defensive options and adding Premier League experience to the striker department are also key priorities. Names like James Tarkowski, Adam Armstrong, and even a sensational return for Calvin Phillips have been mentioned in recruitment meetings. The club understands the importance of blending the existing championship-winning squad with new blood that can handle the step-up in quality. And speaking of quality additions, prepare yourselves for the biggest bombshell of all. An international reinforcement that will revolutionize our midfield is on the way. And the bombshell has a name, nationality, and already has a plane ticket booked for Leeds. We're talking about Hidemasa Morita, the Japanese midfielder from Sporting CP who is very close to becoming the Peacock's new reinforcement. Morita is a national team colleague of our already established Ao Tanaka, and the Japanese duo could form one of the most technical partnerships in the Premier League midfield. With over 40 caps for the Japanese national team and 110 appearances for the Portuguese Giants, Morita would bring unparalleled international experience and technical quality to our squad. According to information from the Portuguese press, Leeds is very well positioned to sign the 29-year-old player, who has a contract until 2026 with Sporting, but would have already expressed his desire to experience a new challenge. The value? Just €8 million. Absurdly cheap for a player of this caliber. What makes this potential signing so exciting is how perfectly Morita would complement our existing midfield options. While Ethan Ampadu provides defensive solidity and leadership, and Ao Tanaka offers energy and ball-carrying ability, Morita would add that extra touch of class and possession that's crucial at Premier League level. His stats for Sporting this season tell the story of a complete midfield operator. An impressive 3.49 shot, creating actions per 90 minutes, demonstrates his creative influence, while 7.44 progressive passes per game showcases his ability to transition defense into attack quickly. Defensively, he's no slouch either, with 2.20 tackles per match and 6.15 ball recoveries per 90 minutes. These are superstar statistics. The potential Tanaka-Morita partnership has already got Leeds fans buzzing with excitement online. The prospect of two Japanese internationals orchestrating the midfield at Elland Road is not just exciting from a footballing perspective, but represents a massive commercial opportunity too. Leeds' profile in the Asian market would skyrocket, bringing new revenue streams and expanding the global Peacocks family. Industry experts believe this signing could be the most significant statement of intent from the newly promoted side. Morita's experience in European football, including Champions League appearances for Sporting, would provide invaluable know-how for navigating the challenges ahead. His ability to control tempo and dictate play from deep would give Leeds a dimension they've sometimes lacked against top opposition. The club's scouting department has been monitoring Morita extensively throughout the season, with multiple reports highlighting his consistency and adaptability, having excelled in Portugal's top division, a league known for developing technically proficient players. The belief is that he has all the attributes to thrive in the Premier League's more physical environment. And the exciting part? This might just be the beginning of a Japanese revolution at Elland Road. Sources close to the club suggest that following the success of Tanaka and the potential arrival of Morita, Leeds are exploring the possibility of adding further Japanese talent to their ranks. The J-League has become a particular focus for scouts, with several emerging stars identified as having the potential to make the leap to English football. With Ethan Ampadu, Ao Tanaka, and potentially Hidemasa Morita, our midfield would be one of the most solid among the newly promoted Premier League sides. And this is just the beginning of the ambitious project the board is building. The coming weeks promise to be absolutely electric for Leeds supporters. As the transfer window approaches, expect the rumor mill to go into overdrive. But unlike previous years, there's a clear strategy behind every potential move. This isn't about signing names for the sake of it. This is about building a squad capable of not just surviving, but thriving in the Premier League. Like, comment, and share this bombshell news. And more importantly, what do you think of these possible signings? What other position do you think we need to strengthen to shine in the Premier League? Leave it in the comments. Leeds, 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 marching on together. Our return to the elite was just the first step of a new era of glory. We're back in the spotlight,